Mr. Naren has recently joined a reputed organization and meets Miss Jane on his first day. He develops an interest in her through a few interactions. One Friday, he asks Miss Jane out for dinner, for which she politely declines. Later during the weekend, he sends a message to Miss Jane pursuing his interest in her. She firmly replies with a "No, I'm not interested." But he responds by saying, "Why don't you give this friendship a chance? It's just a dinner. Do you have a boyfriend?" Miss Jane is uncomfortable with this message correspondence. Miss Jane consented to go for dinner, continued to have a mutual relationship with Mr. Naren, and after a few months decided to break the relationship. But Mr. Naren did not take the breakup lightly and started stalking and threatening Miss Jane. What if this was the other way round and Miss Jane was pursuing Mr. Naren? How about such a similar situation occurring for Miss Jane from a female colleague? What the Act states according to the Indian Penal Code: the Act prevents and provides protection against sexual harassment of women at the workplace as well as redressal of complaints of sexual harassment. Sexual harassment was made a criminal offence in 2013 after the landmark Vishaka Judgment, 1997. It was an offshoot of a rape case involving a social worker in Rajasthan and laid down the requirements for employers dealing with complaints of sexual assault and stipulated the formation of committees to dispose of complaints from victims. Sexual harassment violates the fundamental rights of a woman to equality under Articles 14 and 15 of the Constitution of India and her right to life and to live with dignity under Article 21 and the right to practice any profession. This includes a right to a safe environment free from sexual harassment. tells off-color jokes during team meetings. Reenu is very offended. She doesn't think Abhay's jokes are so funny. Ramesh is a senior manager in compensation and benefits team who posts a job posting in LinkedIn for an assistant manager role. Rupa responded to the posting. He starts a WhatsApp conversation trying to get several details from the candidate which were personal in nature. He convinces the candidate to consider joining and asks her to meet in TL office after office hours for an informal interview. Shruti and Shekhar are a part of the same team, although Shruti is a bit more tenured. She is very supportive in helping Shekhar get inducted in the team, and over the period of time become really good friends. They start spending time together after work and over weekends. After a few months, Shruti gets engaged and reduces her interactions with Shekhar, but he insists on meeting with her outside office. Shruti raises a formal complaint with the IC that Shekhar is harassing her by constantly calling her at odd times, sending her messages, and behaves in an erratic way. His behavior is impacting her work.